Hey loves, and welcome to Transform with Ryan, where I do pick a card readings to help transform your mind, heart, and soul. And in today's reading, we're going to find out what's coming next from your future self. So we are going to be looking at what doors are closing for you and what door is opening. Now, if you felt called to more than one image, that's okay. Trust your instinct and listen to both or all three of the readings. So let's get started with image number one, group number one. So we're going to pull a door card here first. Oop, this one was flipped over. To see which door is closing, and then we'll pull the second door card to see which one is opening, okay? So let's see what your future self has to share with you for what is coming next. So we got our door that's closing, and let's see what door is opening. And this was like totally flipped. I thought I saw another one. In any case, all right. So we have our two doorways here, looking good, looking good. So this is the doorway that's closing for you. Intuition, simple, complex, words of pain or words that heal. You come to know truth by the way that it feels. Okay, so what I'm seeing here with this door that's closing is that a truth is going to be revealed for you, and it's a truth that's going to shift the way you see a situation, and it's going to close off these doors for you. Okay, it's kind of like, you know, when you are in a position or you have this experience where you know your self-worth, your true value, and so you break connections with like a lover, a friend, a family member who doesn't see your true worth and doesn't honor and respect it, and you close that door off. You just cut off that communication and that connection, right? So that is what is happening. You know what truth feels like, all right? You know what your truth is. You know what aligns most with you now. And so all these other pathways, all these other, I don't want to say lies, but these other ways you've been living that are not true to you, you're closing them off. You're leaving them behind forever, okay? To step into your true self. And then the door that's opening, we have forgive and forget. A ritual cleansing of pain and lies, arise and awaken, see a new sunrise. So new beginning here. So this energy, whether it involves a person, an institution, maybe even your ego identity. So I know exactly what that is. I was just actually talking to one of my good friends from physician assistant school about the journey I went on when I was in Bali and how there was a lot of this ego death where the identities and the stories that I told myself before, like me being a physician assistant and that was who I was and that was my gauge of my self-worth, I was letting all of that go, okay? And with this forgive and forget and this cleansing, I actually did a ritual cleansing at one of the water temples in Bali. And you can do your own symbolic cleansing as well, maybe by taking a bath, burning some sage, some Palo Santo, writing some things down, burning that paper, and letting go of these beliefs and these narratives that you tell yourself about who you are, what you can achieve and accomplish, what you can't do, all of those things. So there is this opening for you, this door that's opening for you to truly let this go, okay? And it's going to be cemented, it's going to be further empowered by doing some type of ritual cleansing here, all right? And it's about forgiving the people and the situations and institutions that were involved in creating this false truth that you held for so long that will allow you to make space for this new truth. Okay, so what I'm really seeing here is like a rebirth. All right, this is a period of rebirth for you. You are leaving behind the past, old identities, old stories, old narratives, and you are cleansing this space so that new narratives can come in. So it's a rebirth. It's kind of like, you know, when some of the music artists, they release a new album and they have like a new sound, right? Like Beyonce, for example. Her latest album, Renaissance, had a completely different sound than some of her previous works. And there was also an album from Taylor Swift. Wow, Mom. Taylor Swift. I think it was like Folklore, I think was the album that had like a really different sound from some of her pop records in the past. So it's kind of like that, where it's you've gone through some experiences, you've learned some things about yourself and what is true for you, and you come out fresh. You reinvent yourself, you know? When I was talking to my friend, she was talking about having like a midlife crisis. And she feels like, okay, I don't know what I'm supposed to do moving forward. But I'm open to receive some knowledge, some insight, some wisdom on how I can proceed and how I can be more aligned with what I'm doing. And it's kind of like that, you know, where you reach a certain age and you're coming to a new understanding of yourself and things that you've been doing for years, y'all, years and years. Like, take a moment to pause and think about some kind of habit and pattern that you created for years and years and years, and you had to break that, right? In an effort to create healthier habits, happier circumstances for you, you know? So she's definitely in the thick of that rebirthing process and finding out who she is. So, and I think that's normal. It's kind of scary. Not gonna deny that. It's scary when you have to let go of yourself. I know firsthand. And if you're going through that process and you need someone to anchor in the energy, to help guide you and hold space for you, then I'm happy to do that because I am a coach. And you can click the link in the description box below to book an appointment with me, a soul medicine call, and we can talk about that and see and what strategy will help you navigate this period in your life. All right, I'm here for you. So let's take a look here at some clarifier cards. We have the Six of Swords. Oh, six. Wow, I totally had a dyslexic moment here. The Nine of Swords, although there's probably a reason why I said the Six of Swords, so I'll try not to forget that as we interpret these cards to get more clarity. The Emperor. So we're talking about structures here. And the World. Ooh, love it. Kind of getting closer to this new chapter, this new door. The Sun. Oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. I love this. This is falling in line with exactly what we were just talking about. And then we have the Seven of Coins. Okay, that's totally appropriate. Makes sense. And last but not least, we have the Knight of Cups. Okay, so this Knight of Cups is highlighting this message here about you come to know truth by the way that it feels, okay? So it's about tuning into yourself, and as you make these decisions in your day-to-day life, as you make choices and come up with a game plan, as you decide, like, how am I going to spend my day? How am I going to spend my time? Who am I going to spend my time with? Tuning into yourself, like, what feels good? And what is it that you're doing out of obligation? That's definitely something that has come up in conversations when I was speaking with people and coaching with them, is like, what feels aligned with you, meaning what feels like it's going to nourish you, it's going to bring you joy, versus what feels like an obligation and it feels kind of like gross and yucky and you don't want to do it because it just doesn't feel good, right? And then there's a difference about doing like what's the right thing and doing what you feel obligated to do, right? There's a difference there. And it's important for you to feel the difference of those two choices, okay? Obligation versus doing what's right. And so let's talk about these other cards here. So the Nine of Swords here, definitely there has been something that has been causing you quite a bit of stress, quite a bit of worry. And that is what is getting released here. Okay, so you are stepping out of this phase or this chapter in your life where you are allowing yourself to be in a space of calm. And true calm comes from knowing your truth, living your truth. It's when we deny ourselves things, we deny our self-expression, our creative expression, that's when drama unfolds in our life. Okay, because when you know your truth, it really doesn't matter what other people think or how other people perceive you or whatever situations will arise, because you will always be able to find a solution. You'll always rise above, all right? And here, what I'm seeing with the Emperor is this destruction this letting go of old systems, old structures, old habits to make way for new ones. Okay, so maybe you have a habit of spending too much time on social media, too much Netflix and chill, too much eating bad foods. And that's the structure in which you built your life on. There's these routines, these habits. Like you always get, a white chocolate mocha in the morning that's venti, and that excessive sugar, the excessive caffeine isn't doing you good. Maybe you're having trouble sleeping at night. Maybe you're feeling too jittery. Maybe you sort of notice some issues with your blood sugar levels, right? With the way you eat. And so it's a breakdown of those structures and switching things out. So maybe you at least start with getting a smaller beverage instead of the venti, the biggest one. Or maybe instead of starting this insane, workout at the gym that's like an hour long, you just start with 15 to 20 minutes, every other day, that type of thing. So creating new structures and letting go of old structures, habits, patterns. It's like your daily routine, your daily schedule. It's getting rid of the things that aren't good for your health anymore. And that's because this chapter in your life is closing, okay? You've been doing this long enough. Time for something new. So say goodbye to the old, welcome in the new. How appropriate it is too, as we're kind of, reaching the end of 2022 with this reading here. Now with the sun, this to me is telling me again more about this truth. You're knowing your truth, and the sun does reveal the truth, okay? The moon energy is very mysterious, very can be kind of confusing, can be a bit uncertain, right? Because you don't see things so clearly. But with the sun, everything is illuminated. You cannot hide the truth anymore. It's like there's this energy within your soul that's like, I can't fake it anymore, right? I can't fake, I can't lie about who I am, what I want, and who I care about, you know what I'm saying? Who I love. And it's about you stepping into your truth, living authentically, okay? And not living for other people anymore. And this is about you being able to express, again, your authentic self. I know this journey very well because, I lived my life believing I had to be straight in order to be valued, in order to be treated and respected well by society. And then I realized that I'm gay and I have to accept that, and I was created this way, beautifully so. And then the whole gender identity issue came up for me about being non-binary, and I was like, am I masculine identified, am I feminine, maybe I'm trans, like I don't know. And then coming through this space of like I'm non-binary, like I don't identify with any one gender, and I choose to express myself in appearance as such. So you are coming through this phase too, maybe not quite the same as me, but maybe in your career, maybe with your relationships with people, maybe in the way you want to give back to the world, maybe in the way that you love somebody, right? Like relationships, romance. And there's it's not just like immediately close one door, open the other. There's a period for like reflection, integration, releasing. So there is some calm, some downtime, right? And that's what the Seven of Coins is about. This is telling me there's a lot of reflection. There's looking back on things that maybe you regret, things that maybe you wish you would have done better. Like maybe looking back and seeing, decisions you made that, with what you know now, you would have made a different choice, a different decision. And gathering all of that so that you know what to do the next time something like that happens. Okay, it's all knowledge, it's all experience to help you do better in the future. And by better, all I mean is like making the choice that's aligned for you, okay? Because, throughout your life, you're always gonna maybe make some mistakes or do things that you maybe don't want to, you didn't feel aligned to do, and you'll feel some kind of way about it, right? Maybe you'll regret it, you'll feel upset, you'll feel sad about it. That's just a natural part of life, right? It ebbs and flows. But you always can learn from your mistakes, your past experiences, and just do better next time. Make decisions that are more aligned with you, more authentic with you, that you feel good about, that you feel solid about, okay? And throughout this whole process, it's about trusting your emotions. It's less about that logic now, okay? Because we're breaking down that logical, structured system that you've created for yourself. And we're embracing here more that emotional aspect, trusting your gut, trusting your intuition. All right. So, and that's what's going to serve you moving forward. Okay. And here we go. This is advice from your future self. Meditation. Take a moment to connect to source through quiet, reflective meditation. So make this a part of your new practice, your new structure if you haven't already. And if you need help learning how to meditate, don't worry, I got you too, boo. I definitely have some expertise and experience in leading meditations and a meditation practice. So reach out to me with the link down below to book a soul medicine call. And we'll get you all set to go on this new chapter of your life. So thank you so much for tuning in. Wow. Please make sure to like and subscribe to this video and leave a comment down below if you are affirming this message from your reading. Oh my goodness. Let me try to get untongue-tied here. And I will see you all next time. Hey there, group number 2. Let's get started with your reading to find out more about what's coming next for you from your future self. Okay, so we're going to pull 2 doorways here. There is your doorway for what doorway is closing, aka what you're leaving behind, and what you are moving into is right there. All right, so let's see what is closing for you, what you're leaving behind. We have deeper. You are not finished. You are not yet done. Dig deeper and deeper. The best is to come. Hold on, hold on. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is there is something that isn't finished yet, and you have to keep at it, okay? So what this is it's not quite like a concrete, like something is ending, like, you know, you're leaving a relationship, you're leaving a job, you are cutting ties with a friend, you're moving to a new home, you're leaving your old home. Like, it's not quite like that. It's about looking at your situation in a deeper way, okay? So what's ending is your thought pattern, your way of doing things that hasn't been working for you. Okay, you're not done here with this yet. So if you have been struggling with something when it comes to work or your relationships, it's not about leaving them behind. It's about looking at it in a different way, working with it in a different way, having a different viewpoint, a different angle at which you're doing things. Okay, so this reminds you of when I was working at my last job in the clinic. You know, for the longest time, I was feeling very uninspired. I was feeling very much like I wasn't doing the best type of work as a clinician because I felt like I was kind of handcuffed to the system and the policies, and I wasn't able to practice medicine the way I wanted to, right? Which means spending more time with my patients, creating a system where patients can go see specialists and get their medications in a very fluid, simple, and efficient way versus like all these barriers and all these forms and all this like politics that I had to go through just to help my patients get the care that they needed, the care that was their right, you know? And so it's enough to make me want to like quit my job, right? Have you ever felt that way? Like at a job where it feels like your hands are tied because of the policies and the politics of your workplace. And it's like, this stuff doesn't make sense. Like, how is this helping people? How is this making us more efficient, right? How is this creating less stress? Do you know what I'm saying? Like being in that space. And I wasn't quite in the position where I, you know, could leave this job and find another job. And I had to really look at my situation in another way, meaning it's kind of like you have to play the game. Have you ever heard that phrase? It's like, you know, you're in this system and there's things that are clearly wrong with it, okay? But you can't leave the system and then try to influence it from the outside. You have to be in the system and help create those changes and be the example, be the leader, right? Demonstrate how you can help and be of service and let that sort of catch on, you know? And so when I was in that space, I realized like part of my journey was learning meditation, learning my own energetics, learning my own stories of what I tell myself about, you know, what patients want from me, what the system wants from me, and really honoring what I can offer and how I can offer it in this setting. regardless of the restrictions I was experiencing. Okay. And being adaptable. So that's what I'm seeing here with this door that is closing. Okay. It's like a fresh new look at what, how you've been viewing a situation or a problem. Okay, we're closing that chapter out of trying the same strategies, right? It's like that definition of insanity is like doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting a different outcome. So that is closing. You're going to look at something different. You're going to leave this old way of tackling these issues behind. All right, so let's get a little more of an understanding here what door is opening, if it's kind of related to this. Change beckons. The path is shifting. The road leads a new way. Do not be alarmed as change beckons today. So I'm seeing you're going to be part of this wave of change, this like movement within your little microcosm, within your world, your reality, your universe is what I'm seeing. Is that change has to start with you. Like your situation is the way it is. You're not done with it yet. There's still much for you to learn, but the way you handle things is different because change is opening. And as you change your energy, your thought patterns, your behaviors, then the situation around you is going to change as well because you never know who is watching you, who you are influencing by the way you're acting, the way you're behaving. Like you could be a role model for several people and not even know it. You could be that example of how to handle things better and someone is watching you. You know, it's kind of like with kids. Kids are always watching you and they learn by example. They're learning from your behavior. And so you just have to be kind of conscious and aware of like, what are you doing? And how is that influencing the people around you for the better or for the worse, okay? And I'm getting that some of you, which is interesting, I'm getting, you know, that some of you maybe have a bit of a temper, and maybe it's because you're fed up, you're frustrated with this situation that you can't leave behind, that you're kind of stuck in right now for whatever reason. You're very frustrated, and of course that's going to lead to some outbursts, right? You're going to be angry, you're going to snap at people, and I get it, you know. That's what frustration does to us. But again, you never know who's watching, and you never know the true extent to which you're affecting the people around you, okay? Especially like whose feelings you're hurting and how that can have a ripple effect. You know, it's like if you snap at somebody, they get upset, then they snap at somebody else, right? It's just this really unfortunate chain of events that causes more pain and misery and suffering all around you. So let's get some more clarity from your future self here about what change is coming next. We already know that for sure big changes are happening in your reality on how things are being handled. So we have the Three of Swords. So definitely there's still some heartbreak. There's still some sadness involved here. It doesn't seem like it's going to be the easiest change to bring about. I'm sensing that you're going to have to be strong of spirit, strong of heart, strong-willed, very determined to make this through. And I'm sensing that, you know, this situation is very near and dear to you. Like maybe you've been in a relationship with someone for several years, like whether that's a friendship, a roommate, a romantic partner, and it's about really changing how this relationship is done, okay? And it's going to take a lot of give and take, a lot of forgiveness, a lot of compromise, and it's not going to be easy. You know, maybe there are some things that like are really triggering for you and get you upset and riled up. And it's about changing that pattern now, okay? Not letting those triggers get to you the way they did. We have Queen of Coins. Okay, what I'm seeing is the call here is to have very gentle and nourishing, compassionate energy. I mean, look at how the Queen is holding this bunny, okay? So it's like that phrase where people, what is it? It's like you attract more flies with honey than vinegar. Right? So like, don't be sour, be more sweet in the way you handle things. And really, it amounts to, I think, compassion and patience, all right? That's what's being called for in this situation. Like, just be fresh. Let the past circumstances take a back seat and look at this from a bigger picture, okay? Look at it from that higher perspective. Then we have justice, okay? There's definitely going to be a balancing out here of energies. And I feel like that's moving towards this change is beckoning, okay? So there have been wrongs done in the past that sort of shaped the path moving forward, right? It's kind of like people who have these grudges against others, or I was watching like some show, and they were talking about rivalries and long-standing grudges. I don't think this happens so much with families anymore, but it's like, once upon a time, the Jones stole this relic from the Browns and hidden it away, and the Browns have never forgiven the Jones for this, and they've been at war with each other for many, many generations, right? It's like this deep-seated energy of that has been perpetuated over some wrong that was done in the past, some trauma, some battle, some argument that happened before. And this energy that's coming in, what's coming next is this justice finally being served. So what side of that are you going to be on? Okay, are you going to be on that side that that has to owe for the damages done karmically? Or are you going to be on that side where you did the right thing and now you can kind of claim your prize now, claim your blessings that have been denied for you for too long? So justice is being served. Two of Cups. So I was feeling relationship energy from you all for such like quite powerfully. What was I saying over there? Like quite strongly here. So this energy here is about, like, again, deep-seated relationships, like with a sibling, with a mother, a father, a caregiver, a parent, where it's like you had some disagreement before and it really caused a rift between you. And now it's about mending this, okay, healing this. And it's you. You are the one that's going to have to take the first step on this shift, on this new timeline, okay? It's not going to be the other party, the other person. It's going to be you, because you're the one watching this reading. So it's about some very close relationship that you have, that you've been looking at it like, I've been mad at this person for so long. Maybe you remember what you're mad about. Maybe you don't. Maybe there's many things and you don't remember all of them. Whatever the case may be, releasing that trauma, having that compassion, letting that justice be served, okay? Letting the right thing be done and happen. And it's not just you that's going to be part of this. Again, the universe is working with you. There are other forces at play that will help ensure that balance and justice is served. And we have Ace of Coins. So a very, I'm sensing a very new beginning for you in particular as a result of this, okay? This could be a new job, new finances, new income, okay? So everything is energy. Okay, energy is everything and everything is energy. When you hold this energy of anger and resentment, it's not just that anger and resentment in regards to the relationship you have with this person who offended you or who you're fighting with. That energy spills out into other areas of your life. Okay, there's no separation of that energy. When you hold anger, when you hold vengeance and just sort of like that mean energy, then it rejects and repels blessings from coming into your life as well, okay? Like maybe a new romance, a new love, a promotion. It's because you're harboring this lower vibrational energy that is weighing you down, all right? So like these themes spill over into other areas of your life. And I feel like now is a good time to mention, if you are having trouble sorting this out, if you're having trouble, like, how do I do this? How do I forgive somebody? Then I encourage you to book a soul medicine call with me. The link to do so is down below. And I'm happy to help guide you with this and help you come up with a strategy that will get you closer to this area of peace, of balance, of change for the better, all right? Now let's check out this last card. We have, oh, the World. Interesting. This came out previously before. So this situation is bigger than you think it is. Okay, again, it's spilling over into other areas of life. This energy that you carry, this anger that you carry, this resentment that you carry, this feud. Oh my God, that's the word I was looking for earlier. A feud. Okay. Wow. Can you tell I've been reading a lot of books? It is because I'm preparing to write my own book. Ooh, spoiler. I am having ambitions to write a book, so I'll keep y'all posted on how that's going. But in any case, putting the feud stuff aside, it's about this situation is bigger than what you perceive it to be. There's more happening here than what you are witnessing. Okay, again, there's energy happening in the background. There's things happening with this person and whatever other players there are that you're not noticing. And it's time for all of this to come to an end. Okay, this is the last card of the major arcana, and so it speaks to the closing of a chapter. Okay, the ending of feud, ending of this resentment, ending of the anger, like letting it go already, letting the justice be served, letting it be a done deal, because change is coming, and this stuff has no place in what's coming for your future. All right, so you have to let this go to get to the next step. So let's see a final message from your future self. We have surrender. Surrender your need to control the outcome. Just be with life in this present moment. Okay, so this justice is not going to look how you thought it was going to look. There's going to be compromise here. Okay, you're not going to get every little thing that you want from this resolution. You're going to have to make some concessions here. And again, this is all in the interest of bringing you out of this energetic vibration and bringing you higher up. Okay, look at the bigger picture. Again, the bigger picture here. Don't fight this battle and want to win this battle at the sacrifice of winning the war. All right, so I hope this message was helpful for you all in moving forward. Thank you for joining me today. I'll see you all next time. Hey there, my Group 3 crew. Let's find out what's coming next, courtesy of your future self. We're going to pull a doorway here for what you are leaving behind, what door is closing, and then we're going to pull a doorway to discover what you're stepping into, what is opening up for you. Okay, hold on, that card flipped. So you saw it said sunset, but let's take a look at the image here. So this doorway is closing. This is what you are leaving behind at this point in your life when you're viewing this reading. So it says the Odyssey. Take in the beauty of country lands and botany. Explore the wonder like a gypsy traveler's odyssey. So for those of you that were drawn to, image number 3, what I'm sensing is you were in this period of just kind of observing, just kind of witnessing, just kind of rolling with it, and just, not making any big moves, not making any big decisions. And that is coming to an end. Okay, what I'm sensing here is that there is a period of action taking, of growth in your future. So you've been kind of just lying low. Maybe you've even been a bit lazy, right? I mean, I don't blame you. It's fall. Things are winding down. In the northern hemisphere here, the days are getting shorter. The weather is getting colder, and that kind of gets us into hibernation mode, right? And I'm sensing for you that this really isn't going to be much of a time for hibernation and rest and relaxation any longer. There's gonna be some work that needs to get done here moving forward. Meaning you're gonna have to put in effort, you're gonna have to put in time, you're gonna have to put in energy. Okay, so that's what's closing here. This time of relaxation, peace, chilling out, that's closing out. And what's opening for you, we have sunset. Time here turns to release and unfurl. Old cords of pain fade as the sun's light burns. Okay, so I feel like the strength here, even though it's sunset, is in this last. The sun's light burns, okay? So it's about reconnecting with your passion, okay? Finally taking action on something that you've been wanting to do, that you've been saying you're gonna do for the longest time. But again, you've been in this period of like, let me just chill, let me just, hang out, see what's going on. and then I'll do something tomorrow, right? There's always like, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it later. Nope. What's opening up for you now is this period of taking action, right? Having that passion, doing what you say you're gonna do. All right. So this is not a time for you to be sitting on your butt. This is a time for you to start taking action towards your dreams, towards your goals. Do you want a new house? Do you want a new car? Do you want to attract the love of your life? Do you want to meet your future spouse? Do you want to make more money? Do you want a different career? Like all of these things, they don't just fall in your lap, okay? Like some people, they think law of attraction is about that, and then when it doesn't happen, they think it doesn't work, and it's like, no, boo. Law of attraction is not just about feeling and being in that vibration of what you want to attract. It's about doing, taking the actions, okay? You know, one of the wisest things that someone ever told me is, in the word attraction is the word action. So you have to take action, and that's what's happening here, okay? No more just meditating, no more just saying affirmations. It's about taking action, okay? To demonstrate that you mean business with all these affirmations that you're saying. You know, it's kind of like that Britney Spears song, Work Bee. You want a Maserati? Sipping in martinis? You better work, Bee. Obviously, those are not how the words go, like exactly. I think I mixed up a couple of the lines, but you get what I'm saying, okay? If you don't know what I'm talking about, just listen to Britney Spears' Work Bee, B-I-T-C-H, okay? That's the title of the song. And you'll feel that energy that I'm talking about, where it's like, okay, things aren't just gonna fall in your lap, honey. Like, there's things you gotta do to make things happen for yourself. That's what it means to be in the 3D realm. So let's get some more clarification here from your future self. We have the 5 of Wands. Again, look at this, indecision, not knowing which way to move, feeling kind of at cross purposes. It's kind of like, I want to do this, but I also want to do that, and I want to do this other thing here over as well. And it's like so many decisions, and you just kind of get called or get pulled into inaction. Okay, it's like that analysis paralysis kind of thing here, where your mind and your thoughts and your desires are all over the place, and so you just don't end up doing anything. You just kind of dream and daydream about stuff. And it's time to let that go. It's time to get that clarity now. It's time to get focused, is what I'm hearing, okay? We have the High Priestess. Ooh, so your intuition has really been speaking to you. You've been receiving tons of downloads, is what I'm hearing. And you know, to be honest, I feel like this reading is also for me, this particular one, because I've been getting tons of downloads since my birthday month. Y'all know, if you have been following this channel, that I took the month of October off to kind of reflect and sort of daydream and strategize about my plan moving forward, receive all these downloads on what I'm supposed to be doing next for this year of my upcoming year of my life here. And I've been getting a lot of these downloads, and like I'm excited about a lot of them. And I was kind of uncertain of what I was supposed to be doing because there were so many great ideas. And so you've been getting a lot of these downloads too, okay, about ways you can handle your situation, ways in which you can move forward, ways in which you can be more aligned. And now it's time to just pick one and roll with it, okay? Get moving. 4 of Swords. Oh my gosh. So what I'm seeing here is, even though this card is about rest and not doing anything, to me, this is saying it's an end to rest. Okay, it's like putting that chapter behind you where you were just complacent, where you were just, you know, being blown by the wind and just like wherever the wind takes me, you know, very like in that gypsy wanderer kind of energy, where you're not grounded in a purpose and a meaning and a goal. So it's like putting that all to rest and stepping into this new role in your life, okay? So this, you know, this what's coming next thing for all the readings so far, it's been about letting something go and going into something new. It has been like this big message about what's coming next for you. What else do we got here? Temperance. Okay, so it's about finding that balance, okay? And I'm hearing a message. Okay, hold on. Let me see as it comes through. It's about cups. Pouring into another's cup is what I'm hearing. making sure your cup is filled. Okay, so here during this time of rest, during this time of just contemplation, you've been able to fill your cup. Now it's time to pour into someone else's cup, okay? For you, now it's not the time to be a hermit. Now it's not the time to be a recluse. For you, now's the time to take action, meet people, get things done, kind of maybe recruit people to your mission, your goal, build your audience, build your following, build your business, network, invest in things even, right? So there's a lot of output that's coming in for you, okay? That's why this, now I see clearly in this reading for you, why this angel is pouring water into the other cup, okay? Because this cup is getting overfilled. You've been doing this too much. Now it's time to fill other cups, whether that be people, whether that be investments, whether that be your business, whatever the case may be, okay? And then we have fortitude. So here it's interesting that this is paired with the high priestess. And so it's about having the strength and the energy to act upon your downloads, act upon your instincts on what you should be doing. And the thing that I'm seeing here is like no one path is going to be super duper fast. It's going to be sort of a ramp up. Okay, it's kind of like it's gonna look like this, and you just have to hang in there, hang with it, and then it'll like shoot up, okay, as far as like looking at the results. So you're gonna have to put some effort. It's more about playing the long game, okay? That's what I'm hearing for you with this reading. It's about the long game here. So this future self message is coming from like a future self version of you that isn't like 1 month from now, 2 months from now, 3 months from now. I'm thinking like this is like a year or two from now, okay? So it's about playing the long game, that even if you don't see immediate results, don't give up. That's what this fortitude is. How much are your dreams worth to you? It's like an investment, right? You see investments in the stocks, and very rarely do you like trade a stock or invest in a stock and then within like a month it like 1,000 X's or 10,000 X's. That very rarely happens. It's about the long game, that you put an investment in now, you keep investing, you keep on putting energy in, and then, you know, years from now, you really cash out, you really cash in. So that's what your future self wants to tell you here, okay? Get off your butt, get started on actions, because whatever seeds you plant, right, that's going to influence what you're able to reap in the future, what gains, what prizes you get moving forward. So let's see what this last card is. The Empress. Oh my gosh, I love this card. So you have four major arcana cards. And it's like this base with a point going up. So there's really this chance, and your future self wants to tell you now, that what you are going to be doing here in the next few weeks, next few days, maybe the next 1-2 months, is really going to affect how your future looks. Okay, let's see. Sun's light burns. Old cords of paint fade as the sun's light burns. So you're cutting ties here also with poverty, with imbalanced relationships, with being taken for granted, with old destructive habits, limiting beliefs, all of that stuff that's causing you pain, like scarcity mindset, heartbreak, dissatisfaction, apathy, all those like lower vibrational emotions, you're cutting ties with that. It's time for you to ignite that passion. Let that light in you shine bright, burn bright, okay? You are the one that is going to nourish it. And you'll also get that nourishment from the universe, okay? It's what the Empress is saying is like, you see that she has these plants, right? This harvest that she is pulling out. And it's like, again, going to another analogy, like you plant a seed one day, it's not the next day that it starts to sprout and blossom and you can harvest it, right? It's not how it works. There's this season of planting, nourishing, nurturing, and then reaping what all the work and effort that you put in. So the Empress is here to guide and reassure you. This is that divine feminine energy here that's supporting you in your dreams, your goals, your aspirations, that is basically telling you like, hey, if this means so much to you, you should honor that. You should go forward with it. I will be here to help you make it through the tough times, through the good times. I will be here with you. Okay? Whoa. Divine mother energy coming through. I feel like Mama Gaia is in this reading for you. This energy. Mama Gaia, you know, the mother of all life on this planet through which everything springs forth. Oh, love it. Celebration. Celebrate your achievements. You truly are a gift to the universe. Wow. So I'm really seeing there's something very unique, something very brilliant about you, some dream that you want to happen, but you've been saying like, oh, who am I to achieve this dream? Like, I'm not good enough. Who cares about what I have to say? Who's going to listen? Who's going to buy my product? Who's going to listen to my YouTube channel or watch it? Who's right? You're keep selling yourself short. You are a gift to the universe, and that is going to be your key to achievement and success. Believe it, honey. And if you need help figuring that out, you know I got you. Book that soul medicine call with me today, and let's get you started on this new chapter. I'll see you all next time. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Ta-ta!